We'll start in the back, do the worst first. Okay, we're going with the Michelin Commander 3'S.
Yeah.
We're gonna get some ride-on wheel balance in there for you to test out.
You have it here so they can see? Or
I do. It's a solution. This goes in a tire.
Right.
And I think it works incredible. You don't need any weights on your rims, so people with custom rims, it helps solve that problem.
Oh, right.
We buy it by the bucket.
Oh, okay.
Let's have some small bottles around. Here's a smaller bottle, how you can buy it. And I'm told if you get nails in your tire, it'll fill the hole.
Yeah.
I'm yet to try that out.
So we use it also on my mountain bike. I have it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
You put it in.
So you got this on your mountain bike?
It's not, might not be the same company, but same concept.
Okay.
So basically bounces and seals, like you said, seals small punctures.
Cool.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
So no weights necessary, nothing.
Nope.
So that does the balancing. So like Dave said, if you have nice wheels or if you don't want weights, he just, and is there a specific amount that you have to put in?
Yeah, there is a different amount. We go with the heavy duty amount, which will probably be 14 ounces in the back and 10 ounces for the front. And there's different, and you go on a website and you put in your tire size, it'll tell you how much you need.
Oh, right, okay.
And but you have to look and make sure you look for extreme duty. With is without weights.
Okay.
You know, that gives you the amount without weights.
Gotcha.
You know, so, and it's nice, you pump in a tire.
No, this is fantastic because if you do get a small puncture, then hopefully it'll seal it.
Yeah, and it's smooth. The only thing you have to be careful with is with tire pressure sensors.
Right. Oh, right.
You got to make sure you put it in so it doesn't drip over the sensor and go ride a bike immediately.
Right.
So it centrifugally goes to the outside of the tire, so it doesn't get into there.
Right.
We have had a situation where some of it got into a sensor and the light came on. So
right. But I don't have to worry about that.
No, you don't have sensors. So that's the one area we have to be careful with. But I had one of my wife's bikes. We had a shaker in there. I could never get out of. I put this in the tires.
Gone.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's the best.
I was doing $120 up the highway.
Yeah, because it stays as a liquid, right? Obviously in there.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's just so now you can let me know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the first thing we do is jack it up and get this wheel out of here. There's a couple ways people do this. They pull the mufflers. A lot of times I'll just take off the shocks and I'll jack it up and down and slide things out. You know, everybody will have their own kind of way to do it. We'll get these out of the way. And we'll check your wheel bearings. We always check the wheel bearings.
Cool.
And if they're bad, they get replaced.
Awesome.
These newer bikes.
Man, I just washed this. Look at this.
Yeah, it looks like they ran through a mud puddle.
Holy jeez.
And you can feel it. It's gritty.
Hey, it is what it is.
That's right. It'll wash that well.
The bike is meant to be ridden, not to be looked at.
I agree.
And that's like they say, that's why they make soap and water, right?
That's right. Brake caliper out of the way. Now these are the original tires, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
About 5,000 miles. Yep. Yeah.
Using them up.
Well, I mean, couple burnouts will do it.
It surely helps melt them away.
Yeah, it's right up to the tire wear indicator.
Yeah, that'll help. That'll help take the tread away.
But I'm happy I'm changing them anyway because I don't like these tires. I don't care for these tires.
Right.
I mean, I think Michelin makes the best tire on the planet. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, we do a lot.
Not only for like motorcycle, but especially for cars.
Okay. Yeah, we do a lot of Michelins, a lot of Michelins. Last year we couldn't get Michelins. Just couldn't get them. But, this year, so far, so good. saw where it went.
Need that?
Yes. If you don't watch where something goes when it falls,
Yeah, it's gone.
it's history. It's like a trick. Yeah, that's out of the way. Yep, Brad will be here shortly with the Bikers Has Rights and get set up, and hopefully Thinkers will be here shortly to start setting up.
What is he? The attorney?
Yep. He's the guy who you hope you never need, but when you need him, you better have him.
Gotcha.
You know, he's a general attorney for I guess injury, but he specializes a lot
what
in
is it called
motorcycle.
again?
Bikers Have Rights.
Bikers Have
Great
Rights.
guy. He's an attorney. He's a non-attorney attorney. You can talk to him,
Gotcha.
and he's for real guy. So you'll get to see him and meet him today.
Gotcha.
And you have your eccentric here. That's for adjusting your belt. And you should be able to jack it up and down to get the axle out. A little bit.
Cool.
That's kind of how I do it. Everyone will do it differently.
Works without taking the pipes off, you know?
Yep. Belt out of the way.
That's it, huh? Wow.
Yep. Now we come over here. There's your wheel speed sensor here. Brake caliper mount. Wheel speed sensor. That feels okay. Look at that, never sees factory.
No good or good?
Oh, it's fine.
Oh.
Loosen up my straps here.
Wheel. What is this wheel speed sensor? What is
That's for your ABS brakes.
for the what?
That's for your ABS brakes. Yes, that has a tone ring in here, which is olive
Gotcha.
colored. That it senses the rotation. So it's important that that is working properly.
Gotcha. Okay.
If you have one in the front and one in the back. Let's go like this.
Nice.
Now check that. That feels good. This comes off of here.
Interesting.
That feels good.
Oh, so there's like
Bearings feel
bushings
good.
there too.
Oh
huh?
yeah, bearings in the rim, and there's bearings in this hub.
Right. But this is what the pressure gets applied to, right?
Yep.
That's interesting. Huh.
Yep, that's your push drive.
Ah, okay.
So now we're gonna go over to there. We won't be needing these chunks anymore. Okay. We'll go change this out. And make sure there's no teeth starting to fold off of there.
There's a look.
So far, so good. You have to be careful if you see them start to
Right.
roll off of there.
Okay.
So far, it looks good.
Cool.
180/55 B18. We're good to go.
Nice. So these are the Michelin Commander, right? Michelin Commanders.
That is the Commander 3.
What is this, Commander 3? Mm-hmm. Nice. Touring.
Yep. Latest and greatest from Michelin.
I'm surprised how heavy this tire is.
Yeah.
It got some weight.
Yeah, they gotta have a strong sidewall.
Uh-huh.
If you don't have a strong sidewall with these bikes, you will get a back tail lag.
Oh, really?
I've seen it happen, especially with bikes with big wheels in the front. Good. Let's make sure it's locked on there. Too. Here. here. And they're a tight tire. That's the end of that one.
Do you have like a rotation or something that's
Yes.
supposed to? Yeah.
But they seem to want to hide the arrows nowadays. Rotation. There it is. You gotta get that correct. So we go forward, so that goes on that side. And we should have a dot which shows the heavy spot of the tire, which I don't see. The dot. So it don't matter. Good.
Oh yeah. Nice and tight.
That's right. I gotta try and keep it flipped up on there, but under there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a stubborn one. I stand corrected. Fix it then. All right, so now we're going to get the 14 ounces of ride on in here.
Mm-hmm.
What's that mess there? Essentially what we do is we click it on here.
So you guys know, so basically we're balancing, or Dave's balancing the wheel right now, and he doesn't use weights. We're going to use this fluid. It's called Ride-On, and the fluid centrifugally is going to be placed on the outer perimeters of the tire and balance it perfectly.
Yeah, when you take the tire back off, you'll see a big strip of it around here.
Cool.
It doesn't really make a big splattery mess. So this is set to 10. So since we're going to push this down, hold on. Sometimes it can be a little messy, but it's worth it.
I definitely rather have this than, like I said, not only will it balance it perfectly, but like you said, if a little puncture,
yeah,
and you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yep, if you get a nail in this.
Oh my God, this is like basically having fix-a-flat already in the tire.
Yep.
In the wheel.
4, that's 4. Now.
So you're putting 14 in the back?
Yep, 14 in the back.
Gotcha.
And this front will get 10. Now, this will only work if you get a nail in the center of it. If you get a nail in the sidewall, you're still done.
Right, true.
But
normally they're obviously in the middle, right? I mean,
right.
The majority of the times.
Right.
Unless you're obviously around a corner and you hit a nail, but.
Yeah, or if you get, a stake or a bolt or.
Right.
I'm not going to slap up on you. And then we'll take those off. So now we got that in, we're going to go over here. put a little pressure in here to clear the valve.
Gotcha.
Put the valve stem back in, the valve core in. Okay. Blow it up.
Do you mind, you think, maybe giving me like 5 minutes I could just clean the wheel before you put it back on? Yeah.
Yep.
And you put how much? 40 you said in the back?
40.
Huh?
40, I put
40.
40. Sometimes
Okay.
you come around a little more.
Gotcha.
With touring bikes, we're finding that sometimes a little more is better.
Uh-huh.
Watch that. Run away from you. I don't know what they did, but these weights from Harley, they're on there.
That sounds like a belt.
Yeah. Alright, so now we're going to put the sprocket back on there.
After I clean that wheel, look how shiny that is.
That's beautiful. But your sprocket's dirty.
Uh-oh. Hold up.
Just for good measure.
I need one like this.
There you go. Custom.
Well, like you said, you can't even see it, so it's like...
Yep. So now we got to get this back up in here. Just like that. So I'll bring it back in here. I'll just start letting her down. When you're letting it down, you gotta make sure it doesn't catch on a fender or a swing arm or anything.
Right.
Try to keep wiggling around. We're gonna bring it down so the axle can get past there. Now, what you're gonna do is it's slammed up pretty darn good yet. Caliper mounting bracket. ABS wheel sensor. It'd work better if it's not covered with
Front
slime.
line's a lot easier, right?
Yeah. That goes down like that. This goes in here like this. And just kind of help hold things in place.
Smart idea.
Gotta make extra hands if you don't have them. That goes in there. It looks pretty slimed up, otherwise I would add more. Now grab that rod as it comes through. And don't use your hand as a hammer.
You gotta go back. Yep. There you go. And there you have it.
And we got that. That's in place. Put your eccentric back on there. Get your nut on there. This normally doesn't really get Loctite. It's got never sees all over it. Now we're gonna get the shocks back on. So we can set your belt tension. This is where it might get tricky with the mufflers. You can usually get these in there. Other side. Nice. Love it. Check that later with a torque wrench.
Nine o'clock, Dave. You got an hour before your bikes and breakfast.
That's right. We can pull it off though. Definitely pull it off.
Yeah, and then I'll just, I think, like you said, I'll just bring it back with the washer real quick.
Yeah.
I don't want people seeing this thing like this.
That's right. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable.
That's right.
All right.
I'm so happy, finally, I got to clean that wheel because it was filthy. All right, guys, listen to this. This is huge. Dave is crazy busy. He's actually looking for an experienced mechanic. And when I mean experienced, I mean experienced. If you don't know what you're doing, don't even dare call over here.
Yeah, that's right.
But if you are experienced, he's actually looking for a full-time?
Yeah, full-time.
Full-time mechanic over here. JD Cycle Works, Nazareth, Pennsylvania. Give him a call. The guy is fantastic. He's an awesome guy, and you know, you would be able to obviously work here in one of the best shops around. So give him a call. Again, experienced only mechanic, motorcycle mechanic. Give Dave a call.
Thank you. Yep. And we need someone. It's a small family operation. You know, we're continuing to grow. We do have a great mechanic, Vinny, and my wife in the office taking care of it. But we have the space and the work.
It's got a lot of work, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And we'll pay you a fair salary. You know, so.
There you go.
Thank you. All right, so now we're going to go through and set your belt tension.
So just so people know, as far as belt tension, what's the spec on it?
The spec
How do you measure?
The spec is with 10 pounds of pressure.
Uh-huh.
I believe it's 7/16 to 9/16 of deflection.
Okay.
You know, the tester here, which is set to 10 pounds.
Uh-huh.
You know, and when you grow up, you'll be doing this stuff.
92, right?
Yeah. So we'll set it to 10 pounds there.
Cool.
So that's totally 10 pounds of pressure. So now we have this set right. We're going to push up this up here till it hits at that point, and we'll measure that deflection.
Gotcha.
I pretty much know where it is by feel.
Right.
But for people doing it at home,
Right, right.
it's very good to do it correctly.
Absolutely.
Like right now, that's probably where I want it.
Okay.
No, but we'll have to see where it actually comes out. And let's see. Get a ruler. You can actually measure off of those. I think those are 1/16 of an inch. So let's see. And that's around what? It's around 3/7 inch. That's pretty much where they want it.
And you know by the feel, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't like them too tight. Mm-hmm. Because when you ride the bike, if things get hot up, they get tighter.
Gotcha.
And too tight is not good for your bearings, but too loose, you will whip the belt and you will break it.
Right.
So it's important to be
Nice.
in the right spot.
Cool. So now you're gonna torque down the nut.
Oh yeah, well first I'm putting the weight on the bike.
Putting what?
I'm putting the weight on the bike to do it 100% correctly. That's good. That's good right there. I took
Nice.
a touch out.
Yeah.
So when it gets hot, that's gonna snug up on you. And I have to hold the one side. You're torquing.
How many foot-pounds?
100, 105. Gotta make sure it don't loosen up tight. And don't forget your little clip here. You gotta make sure your sensor is in place in there. It gets tucked up by the caliper there. Mm-hmm. Make sure that's in place. I torqued those already. Torque those. That's perfect.
Anybody wondering, I have my Legends Revos set at number 5.
It gets a little snug in there. And there you go. Put the muffler on, back's done.
Nice.
All right, so now let's get the front wheel done.
Yeah, back's all put together, torqued. Started cleaning a little bit of it.
First thing we do is I removed the caps already while John was cleaning some dirt away. We'll get the calipers off. I like to bungee them out of the way.
Yeah. How do the pads look on them?
Perfect.
Oh, cool.
You must not use your brakes.
I don't know. I actually do basically every stop decel, you know, just down the gears, you know.
Yeah.
Not only does it sound badass, but it helps, you know what I mean? It's a little Jake brake, right?
Yep, that's right. The Jake
Like
brake.
truckers, you know, they don't want to waste their brakes, so
That's right.
let the engine do the work.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been watching a video of a YouTube guy that has tried to drive a truck over the road, a younger guy. It's actually interesting seeing the life of an over-road trucker and how he does it. And it's just interesting seeing what YouTube brings to us with
Absolutely.
real life.
Right,
I
right.
really enjoy that about it.
Right.
You know, it's not just some fantasy world that someone created up in Hollywood. It's real life.
Right. I don't even watch regular TV anymore.
We got rid of it.
Oh, did you?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We turned cable off.
oh, no kidding.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing on.
Nope.
It's all shit.
We turned it off well over a year ago.
Yeah.
It's done.
It's all garbage.
Cable commits suicide.
Yeah.
They charge what they charge and what they give you.
Right.
You know, that's my biased opinion. But
No, it's
You know.
absolutely.
so now we're gonna loosen up your axle here. And I got the front jacked up there. I still got the tie downs on. Very important to keep tie downs on. Now we have to loosen up the pinch bolt over there. Drop this down. Don't forget to put it back up before you let the bike down. Pinch bolt. These are 10 millimeter 12 point.
What's that?
These bolts here are 10 millimeter 12 point.
Okay.
It's the same pretty much on all Harleys. All right, so now we can get the axle out. I did not use my hand for a hammer. A little spin, the weight off it. And on a lot of wheels, like if you don't have wheel speed sensors, you have to be very, very careful not to mix your spacers up. Because here you obviously can't.
Right.
But on bikes without ABS, it's very easy to switch these side to side.
Right.
And the spacing will be a little different. So it's super important to take it off that side, keep it on that side.
Good morning. Good morning.
You know me, right?
Yeah, of course.
This is what I can. Now I'm gonna jack it up so that clears.
Right.
So let me get right there.
Want to help me?
Sure. Loosen these straps up first.
Let me know when.
Go ahead. Bearing feels good. All right. Morning.
Morning.
How are you? Keep it going. A little more. That's good right there. All right, very good. Now first thing I'm gonna do is put some tension on these straps. You don't want the bike to come off the lift. It ruins your day.
Definitely not.
I did check your wheel bearings. They feel good now. Word of advice. When changing your wheel bearings, you have a side of the bearing that has to get pressed in first. Normally, it's the side with the brake rotor, or you'll see a line machined in a rotor, in a rim. I mean, that bearing goes first and gets seated first. Then the other one gets brought in to seat against the spacer in the center. If you do it backwards, your rim will not be centered, and your brake caliper will be binding.
Jeez.
So that's your advice for wheel bearings.
The tip of the month.
Yep. So we'll bring this over here.
All right, so Dave just installed the front tire, and now he's going to put the ride-on fluid 10 ounces.
Yep, it's getting 10 ounces.
So again, this is the ride-on fluid that's going to go into the wheel, which is going to balance the wheel, no weights necessary, and if you have a small puncture, it will seal a small puncture, correct?
Yep, in the center of the tread.
Yeah.
So I'm told.
So I'm told.
I haven't.
Not that I want to try it.
I haven't lived it yet, but
Right.
I've seen
but
pictures.
it feels good to have it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This way,
Absolutely.
at least you know if something does happen.
There we go. There we go for that. I really like this stuff. Put that back in there where it belongs. Put this up here where it belongs.
Nice.
Leak free. The valve stem hole. Thank you. Get your valve core in there. And lift your feet. Okay. I'm going to inflate that. I'm going to put 40 in this.
So put 40 in both?
I usually run 40-40.
All right.
They do seep down. Because a lot of times we find, especially heavy touring bikes, the tires do better with more pressure in the back.
Oh, okay.
You know, they don't pop as much.
All right. Oh, that, you know what? I noticed that too. If you see my old tire, it's a little,
Yeah,
I mean, obviously I did a couple burnouts, but it's a little flat spotted.
that might do it.
If you don't mind, I will clean that one really fast.
Yeah. Yep, do that real quick, then we'll hang it on there.
All right. All right, so I just cleaned the front wheel.
Looking
Now
good.
Dave's ready to put everything back
Yep,
together.
and that's making sure this is the shiny wheel bearing. Over here is the olive colored one. Yep, that's got the sensor in there, the tone ring for your ABS brakes.
Gotcha.
That goes up against your ABS sensor.
Oh yeah, I see the difference. Okay.
Yep, so now we're gonna do this and bring it on down. Keep my hands off that shiny wheel. All right, so now, since this axle here is a little dry, I'm gonna put some more lubricant on here. I actually prefer to use grease a little bit better than Never Seas. Never Seas will load up and get dirt in there and get stuck a little more. So now we're gonna put the wheel spacer in. We'll start that in there. We'll get over here the ABS sensor in place. I'll put the spacer back in.
Up or down?
Just like that.
You good?
Don't use a hand for a hammer.
Yes.
All right, we got that. Little Loctite. Rear front axle. What I'm gonna do is put the caliper on so I can set that angle of that sensor.
Gotcha.
So, a little bit of Loctite. And the brakes look great.
Only throttle, baby. Only throttle. That's it. No brake.
Yep. Ride it like a diesel. Saves you all kinds of money.
Yeah.
This here comes up here, so that's correct. That's aimed, looks good. Washer, axle nut.
Put a Loctite on there too.
Yep. Put a Loctite on there to keep it from falling off. Now I have this set already. I have this set to 75 foot-pounds. You gotta hold the axle on this side while torquing. Okay, it's torqued. Now we're gonna go up the other side and torque the pinch bolt down. 18 to 22. Okay, that's there. Now the reason why I do this is you want to torque this axle and seat the wheel where it belongs. Now you torque your pinch bolt, because if you torque this first, you're going to pull this fork off
Right,
alignment and you're going to
okay.
create bind in it.
Gotcha.
You don't want to do that. Put a little lock in there for you too. Grab this. Got this set to 18 to 22 in that area. Put the other brake caliper on.
I'm almost done.
Ready to go take it out for a rip. Make it look nice and shiny.
Where should I park in the back? Like right here by the door, right?
Yeah, there's a hose back there.
Okay. You could give me like a bucket and some soap.
And we have an official air dryer too. So if you park right in front of that door there, it's actually better.
What do you have, like a hose? Air hose?
No, I got an air dryer thing.
Air dryer?
Yeah. Kind of like what you got, but different.
Nice. Works good.
Yeah. It's got 2 speeds. It's high performance.
Turbo.
Yeah. You'll love it. And here's another thing. Make sure you pump your brakes up when you're done.
Right.
Otherwise, you'll push on and won't be there. You'll get scared. Torque down, and you get torque 28, 38. Adjust this. Okay. Here's another tip for you guys. If you have, especially an older bike, and it has a softy hand lever up there, like a soft one, it doesn't come close to the grip, you can pump the pistons out, clean them off with a brake clean and like a little steel wool pad, push them back out, and you'll get that handle come right back up.
Oh, okay. Oh, so the piston itself.
Yeah, it gets sticky with all the
Right,
corrosion,
right,
the
right.
dirt, and
Gotcha.
brake dust and stuff.
That is a good tip.
Especially on the earlier bikes, 02 to 06 style touring bikes and those
Gotcha.
bikes. You tell right away when it needs a brake caliper service. And sometimes I'll actually spray some penetrant lube around before I push them in. And I'll clean them up, push them in, and wash it off really good with brake clean. And that handle comes right up.
All right, so we're pretty much done with the tire install. Thank you again.
You're welcome.
He's the man. Come check him out. JD Cycle Works, Nazareth, Pennsylvania. If you know anyone or if you are an experienced mechanic, he is looking for one, so give him a call. And we're gonna end this video here because obviously we're here not only for the tires, but for the bikes and breakfast. That's gonna be another video. And basically I'm gonna be ending this video here. So we'll see you guys on the next one, and thank you so much.
And thank you for coming out.
Take care, guys.